Is a Disney cruise on your bucket list? It was definitely on mine, and today I'm going to share with you whether or not our Disney cruise experience was worth the hype, and most importantly, whether or not it was worth the cost.
We recently went on our first Disney cruise, which also happened to be one of the first ever Disney cruises in Australia. Departing from Brisbane, our experience was on board the Disney Wonder, which is one of the older Disney ships, but one that has also had a bit of an overhaul too since its first launch. So let's first talk about what a Disney cruise costs. The cost is going to differ depending on where you're cruising from and your exchange rates. Unfortunately for us, the Aussie dollar hasn't been too strong in recent years, and that meant that the cruise cost around $4,700 Australian for a 3 night cruise for 4 people. Ouch. For comparison, it cost us around $1,500 for 3 days park entry at Disney Resort California back in 2018. At the time, our youngest was under 3 and therefore free, and our eldest was around 4, so we only paid child rates for her. This didn't include any meals or accommodation. We've also booked a 2 night, 3 day Disney Tokyo vacation package for September, staying at the Toy Story Hotel with 3 days park entry, and this is $4,300 with the exchange rate for our family of 4. This only includes 2 breakfasts, drink refills in the park, and popcorn as far as food goes. But of course, it does have accommodation.
So, when you look at it like that, is a Disney cruise really so expensive? Well, yes and no. Let's take a look at it.
So, compared to many other cruise lines, Disney cruises are up there as being one of the more pricey options. The Disney Magic does come with a higher price tag, but let's look at what you get. Using our 3 night cruise as an example, you get 3 nights accommodation. In our case, this was in a standard outside cabin. We thought the cabin was great as far as having plenty of storage, modern facilities, despite the age of the ship itself. It was also quite roomy compared to some of the smaller cruises we've done in the past. You also get unlimited food and non alcoholic drinks on board. Each night you dine in a fine dining restaurant where the meals are incredible. We had some of the most delicious meals and there was no limit to what you could order. Each night you rotate between 3 different restaurants so you can sample them all on a 3 night cruise. They each have different specialties and the option of 3 course meals. But if you want 3 desserts, you can do that too. We each ordered 2 desserts every night, and it became a bit of a novelty with our waiter who followed us from each restaurant as well and got to know what we all liked. So that was very cool. The service is just next level. So for breakfast and lunch, you can dine in one of the onboard restaurants also with a lunch menu or breakfast menu. They open one of these each day for the other meal times. Otherwise, you can head to the buffet for lunch. You can also visit the poolside eats instead, where they have pizza, burgers, and other quick bites. There's also unlimited soft serve ice cream, soda, water, juice machines on the pool deck, and 24-hour room service if you so desire. So when you consider all your meals included with no limits on quantity, that's a substantial cost right there. Disney cruises are also well known for their entertainment. And sure, you assume it'll be cute little theatre productions that are pretty simple since you're on a ship, but they are far from it. For our 3 night cruise, we had 3 different productions that were Broadway level performances. There were special effects, moving stages, hidden doors and entrances, aerial stunts, and a whole lot of theatre magic. They were amazing. So let's think about the cost of these shows of this quality. Here in Australia, you are pretty lucky to get to a theatre ticket for under $200 these days. So times that by 4 and then again by 3 nights, that's over $2,000 value right there. So on top of that, you have the entertainment during dinner and deck parties and the fantastic Marvel deck show that we were lucky enough to have on our cruise. It was far better than the local Marvel live show that we saw in Brisbane earlier this year too. And it included fireworks. So we got fireworks at sea on 2 of our 3 nights. So that was really cool. And then you've got all your other onboard activities. You can go do trivia, learn to draw, colouring in sessions. These all run throughout the day and suit different age groups, and we did join in a couple of these. We didn't win any. And if you've got kids, there's also Kids Club. So it's open from early in the morning until midnight each day, which is kind of crazy to be open that late. And there's kids clubs to suit different ages. So there's the Oceania Lab and the Oceania Club for the younger kids. There's a tween club, which our 11-year-old thought was the best thing ever. And there's a teen hangout with heaps of computer games and a place for them to meet other teens on board. So if you put all of that together and consider the cost in other situations, a Disney cruise really isn't so crazy overpriced after all. Yeah, it's going to cost you more than a budget family cruise line will cost, but that Disney magic is worth the extra price tag.
So is a Disney cruise worth it? Well, let's first talk about when it's not worth it, because sometimes it isn't worth it. So if you don't enjoy the Disney magic, if you don't love live performances, if you don't like cruises, and you don't like crowds, it probably won't be your kind of thing. But if you love all of those things, or even most of those things, there's a good chance you're going to have a lot of fun, and we did. Simon wasn't really a big fan of cruises, and he's not really a big Disney adult either, but he loved it. As far as what we thought, was it worth it? Absolutely. We loved our Disney cruise, and we can't wait to do another one. It was so much fun, and 3 nights was a great amount of time. I think a 4-night cruise would be perfect, but the 3 nights was enough to experience a lot, have a lot of fun, and just make the most of it. So if you are planning to do your own Disney cruise soon, or if you've been on one before and you want to share whether or not you think it's worth it, drop your comment, and thank you for watching. Bye everyone.